Okay, this video discusses this content is not available in your location, the error message, and how you can get around it, basically. Now, when you see messages like content not available, it's basically something called geo-blocking or geo-targeting. You try and go to get some content, whether it's a video or a document or a radio series or a YouTube video, anything like that, and you get the simple message content not available. It's like a digital border, and it becomes more and more common the more you use the internet, and it was quite rare 10 years ago, but now you'll see it all the time everywhere. So let's just have a little look about it. It's all basically to do with global digital rights. So geo-blocking. Geo-blocking works in this basic principle. Everybody's got an IP address. Every device you've got connected to the internet has an internet protocol address, and it's unique, so it will reveal roughly where you are. When you visit a website or an application or something like that, there's a process called geo-location, which will map your IP address, your unique IP address, remember, to a specific region or country. Now, this is pretty accurate, really. So if you're in Germany, you'll have a German IP address. If you connect to a website from France, you'll have a French IP address, and so on. So it's fairly accurate, and it does sometimes makes mistakes, but 99% of the time, your IP address can be matched to a location pretty accurately. As soon as they do this, determine your location, they'll compare it against what they're allowed. So a website might say it's only for UK IP addresses and it'll block everything else. It'll happen straight away. If your location is restricted, you'll just get denied. Now let me just go show you an example of this happening. This is BBC iPlayer, me trying to stream one of the Doctor Who programs. I do like Doctor Who, and there's about 600-700 episodes on BBC iPlayer, all for free, so that's a good reason for me to watch it. But you can see here, BBC iPlayer has looked up my location, said I haven't got a British IP address, and blocked me. Another slightly different example, this is a TV site called SABC, which I got working for a friend of mine who's in college over here from South Africa, and there was some strange program they wanted to watch on SABC. But if you can see here that if you access from a current location, this content is not allowed in your country. Now, there's two things I need here. For the BBC, I need a British IP address. For SABC, I need a South African IP address. So let's just go and show you these. How we can get access to them. It's called a VPN. Here it goes. VPN, virtual private network, piece of software that sits, or an application that sits in your taskbar or on your smartphone or on your tablet. And you basically create an encrypted tunnel between you and a VPN server. This is a program called NordVPN, my favorite VPN, because it's fast, efficient, and it's got VPN servers all over the world, and it's really cheap. This is the very basic subscription level, and you can see there's all over America, South America, Africa, loads in Europe, hundreds and hundreds of VPN servers all over the world for me to use. Right, first of all, I'm going to use a UK one. This is a United Kingdom server that I use that works with BBC iPlayer. BBC iPlayer actually does not like VPNs and blocks a lot of the services. NordVPN has a range of servers that do work. If you're interested, NordVPN, the discount link is in the description below, and a list of the servers you need for BBC iPlayer. Okay, so I'm connected to the United Kingdom. Let me just minimize this now. So let's go back to BBC iPlayer. I've closed the tab. We'll go back and visit and see if we can watch it. Remember, I've got a UK IP address from the NordVPN server now. You can see it goes to this site. Let's just watch something. No, let's just watch this, whatever it is. This City Is Our with Sean Bean. And start watching. This is where you would normally get blocked. You can see there's a trailer starting, and we can watch BBC iPlayer because it's it's seen NordVPN's BBC UK IP address, and it's working perfectly. So let's just finish that. Right, let's just show you now South African broadcasting company. We'll need a South African IP address here. Let's go back to NordVPN and disconnect that server. Let me just search for South Africa. There we go. There's a server in Johannesburg. Let me just click on that. I'm creating the same VPN tunnel, but to a different server. This one's in South Africa, in Johannesburg. So now when I go to any website or application online, I'll have a South African IP address. BBC iPlayer won't work anymore, but SABC will. This content is not available. Let me just refresh the page. Hopefully, there's a little bit of lag because I'm a little bit away from Johannesburg, unfortunately. And here it's playing perfectly, and we're streaming here. We're basically watching live TV now. South African TV has about 8 or 9 channels that you can watch, and we're watching SABC1 at the moment. This program here, children's program on ABC. Hopefully you can see it's streaming all right. There's the South African adverts on SABC. So we're not being blocked anymore, and we can watch any of the channels and scroll down and watch SABC. Now, you might argue that you don't want to watch South African TV, but the principle is the same for everyone. The BBC, ITV, Netflix, all the commercial TV and public TV channels in America, Australia, you just need to connect your VPN server to that country. So you go back, you disconnect. If you want US content, you go find a US server and connect. For instance, you'll find Netflix works all across the globe, but you'll get different films and different TV series depending on your IP address. A big tip is to go to get an American IP address or connect to an American VPN server, then go to Netflix and you'll get loads of great content that's not available on all the other countries. They kind of spend more the bigger the market, so a smaller country gets kind of a worse deal really from Netflix than the bigger countries. Obviously, US Netflix is one of the biggest customer bases, so they spend more money on content, so you'll get more movies and more everything really. And that's it. That's how you can bypass geo-blocking. Just quick summary again here. Geo-blocking is there. It's basically to protect copyright. So content creators restrict rights to certain to their content. The EU is actually trying to block some of this discriminatory access of the practices and try and make, for instance, digital content that it's bought in the EU available across the EU. They're not there yet, but they're getting there, So if you actually pay for something in France, you can access it in Germany as well. At the moment, it's not quite the case, and the EU is quite far ahead on that side. Again, it comes down to money. You'll find that a lot of websites charge different amounts. They use a process called price discrimination, which basically allows them to charge different prices in different markets. So they use this geo-location to do that. So they'll charge X for a hotel in America to an American, but if you're from Mexico, you might get a different rate. And things like movies, computer games, all these sort of things, they charge different price to maximize profit. So there are some places as well, legal compliance, that should be noted. You have to be careful. Sometimes content or things like casinos or gambling or pornography might be illegal in the country. So if you use a VPN to bypass to access illegal content in the location you physically are, you should be very careful. Okay, that's all there is for now. That's hopefully been of help for somebody. And thank you very much for watching, and have a great day, everybody. Bye.